Ready, set, go.
Hello, I'm Adazia Allen, and the purpose of my speech is to inform you about the culture of hip-hop. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Tell me what y'all know about this. Hip, hop, pivot, pivot to the hip hop, you don't stop. For many of us, when we think of hip-hop, this song, Rapper's Delight, by Sugar Hill Gang, is one of the first original hip-hop songs that comes to mind. According to rankings on the Rolling Stone website, Rapper's Delight is number 2 on the 100 greatest hip-hop of all time. My family has a strong musical background, from singing in a church choir to freestyle rapping on the back porch. Music was a big part of my life growing up. I learned about and fell in love with hip-hop at an early age. So today I want to discuss with you about the culture of hip-hop, specifically the birth of hip-hop and how it has expanded over the years. First, I'd like to speak with you about the birth of hip-hop. The birthplace of hip-hop is credited to New York City in the 1970s. According to the Britannica website, hip-hop originated in the predominantly African-American, economically depressed South Bronx section. When we hear the term hip-hop, a lot of people think it refers to the genre of music. However, hip-hop refers to a complex culture comprised of 4 elements: DJing, also known as turntabling, rapping, also known as MCing, graffiti painting, and b-boying, also known to most of us as breakdancing. Many recognize August 11, 1973 as the day hip-hop was born, even though leading up to this day, the culture was already being born. According to History.com and many other sources, this specific event marks the day of a birthday party that Clive Campbell held for his sister in an apartment building in the West Bronx at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. Clive Campbell is better known to history as DJ Kool Herc, the founding father of hip-hop. DJ Kool Herc developed his style by observing how the crowds would react to certain parts of whatever song he was playing. He noticed that they would wait for a particular moment to dance, maybe do their specialty move. This moment was called the drum break, when the vocals and other instruments would completely drop out for 1 or 2 measures. From this, he decided to use 2 turntables to switch back and forth between the same record to extend the short drum break that the crowd desired. He called this trick the merry-go-round, which today is known as the breakbeat. He used this technique in front of his biggest crowd at that party, and it was the success of this party that began the musical revolution, 6 years before the term hip-hop even entered the popular vocabulary. Secondly, I want to discuss with you the expansion of hip-hop. An article I read on PBS.com explains this expansion perfectly, stating that since hip-hop emerged from the South Bronx in the 1970s, it has become an international multi-billion-dollar phenomenon. It has grown to encompass more than just rap music. Hip-hop has created a culture that incorporates ethnicity, art, politics, fashion, technology, and urban life. The expansion of hip-hop culture has gone beyond music. The culture has stemmed into other subcultures, such as gangster rap, fashion, and dancing. Career fields that those who have a foundation in hip-hop have led them to follow many different paths. For example, they can branch off into a career path in jury, acting, dancing, singing, and poetry, to name a few. As far as music goes, hip-hop has had an influence on music over the following decades. Earlier, hip-hop was more of a means to deliver a message, having a constant theme, even referred to as hood politics by rapper Nas in his hit One Mic. Over the next 1 to 2 decades, hip-hop began to be taken over by gangster rap, giving it more of a face of drugs and violence, losing its focus to deliver a message and be inspirational amongst its followers. Now, we have rappers who are de-glamorizing that thug persona. In an article from the Harvard Political Review, Drake, one of the biggest rappers of today, has been quoted as saying that he has been described as the furthest thing from hood. He is one of many that has set out to prove that being a thug is no longer a prerequisite to being successful in the music industry. In closing, today we have discussed the culture of hip-hop. We have discussed its beginning, how it was born amongst the African American community in New York City. We also spoke about its expansion. We learned that the hip hop culture has evolved into many different subcultures. I hope that today you have learned about this amazing culture and can appreciate its meaning. I would like to end with a positive, inspirational quote by the late rapper Tupac Shakur. Remember, one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. This record is an example of the records that they use to DJ on turntables to mix between two to create the drum break. And this jewelry is an example of some of the jewelry that rappers are known for wearing. Maybe bigger than this, but.